It was a thriller tonight at Ball Arena. A frantic comeback by the Denver Nuggets. They were down 14 with just over 7 minutes to play. Late in regulation, this shot by Jamal Murray would send the game into overtime. A clutch three from the corner, and the Nuggets would go on to win 131-127. Hi, everybody. Chris Marlowe and Scott Hastings. Well, when I say a frantic comeback, I'm not kidding. Scott Hastings, I didn't know if the Nuggets had it in them tonight, but they showed a little true grit.
Well, listen, that game through 3.5 quarters was. I mean, after a while, you were so exasperated because it was mistakes and things that they know better, and they're better than doing that. And they started the game. Michael Malone talked about in the press conference with no energy to play this game. They only scored 20 points in the first quarter. And it was uphill all the way. I mean, they were chasing it the rest of the game. But, man, I will say this, and we forget this sometimes. I forget this sometimes. This team has proven to us they don't quit. We forget the playoffs down 3-1 in 2 different series. They came back and won. And that was like that within a game tonight. And 2 games in a row they've beaten Chicago, and they've had to fight and come back to do so.
How did the Denver Nuggets do it tonight? Well, how about a 27-13 run in the fourth quarter? Big plays all over the place.
Yep, that offense going when you need it. Sometimes it's great with defense. Michael Porter got fouled on a 3. He makes some free throws. That helped. And then everything just kept going the right way for the Denver Nuggets. By the way, they only gave Facu 1 steal, and I know he had 2 because that was 1 right there. Joker hits a giant 3 late in the game, but that steal, Joker's 3 brought him to within 3. That steal gave Denver the ball in just a perfect play right there. I mean, that you can't draw it up better. Murray hits that shot, a big clutch shot down late. Boom, ties it up, sends it to overtime, and then they're able to hold on, make enough plays. In fact, they jumped out on Chicago. If not for Zach LaVine, and he'll just be a side note in this game. But without him, they lose the game by 10 in overtime. But he was fantastic.
Nuggets win their 13th straight against Chicago here in Denver. Bulls haven't won in the Mile High since 2006. And Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, well, they basically did it again.
Well, and especially you look at halftime. You were talking about how amazed you were that no one was in double figures at halftime. I think Murray had 3, so 31 in that second half in overtime for Jamal Murray. But those 2 guys are deadly. They're a deadly 2-man team. Great dishes. They make the plays. This play had guts written all over it. I mean, that was in transition, and you're still down in the game. They both play with each other well. They understand each other where they're going to be. And folks, by the way, they're 26 and 24. Right? I mean, they're still kids, and they've still got a lot of basketball left. Neither one, the moment's never too big. And listen, they're going to fail. They're going to have misses, and they're going to not make the plays they need to make. But right now, the greatest thing about these 2 guys, they're not afraid to fail. And because of that, they make big plays. And seriously, 68 points between them, and then 17 boards and 14 assists, pretty good. And but the 8th time this year, Nikola Jokic has missed a triple-double by a single digit.
So Nikola Jokic 34, Jamal Murray 34. The last time 2 Nuggets with 34 in a game, or 34 over in a game, Carmelo Anthony and Allen Iverson back in 2007. What does it say about the Denver Nuggets?
It's a blast from the past. Right,
it's a fun blast from the past. What does it say about the Nuggets going forward here? They're now 3-1 on the homestand. Got a chance to make it 4-1 on Sunday.
Well, you get greedy in this league. You really do. When you get up on a team in the playoffs and you got a chance to put them out, put them out. Mm-hmm. When you got a chance to make it go from what looked like was going to be a disastrous homestand with that first game that you lose to Dallas, to now all of a sudden you've won 3 games in a row, a chance to win to 4, and you go 4-1 on a homestand is pretty good. You got to be greedy. You got to take this win. You've got 2 games in Florida coming up right behind that. You just have to be greedy. And listen, you got a good young team that hasn't found their complete niche, but they got 2 or 3 guys on that team. J.J. Redick's on the team, who's had a little bit of a struggle year with his foot, but he always plays well, it seems, against Denver. Alonzo Ball is playing good. Ingram's playing good. Zion. Listen, you'll have to play good. You probably have to play better than you did it feels like than you did tonight.
Yep.
Come Sunday afternoon.
All right, that about covers it. The Nuggets win in overtime, 131-127. That completes the Toyota game recap. Now, what about Sunday? A matinee for the Denver Nuggets and the New Orleans Pelicans. Going to be an early one. We're on the air. Our coverage begins on altitude at 12 p.m. The tip will be right around 1 o'clock. Don't miss that one. Pelicans Nuggets coming up then.